And you can tell that they had some sort of a surgery on their ass, and they were wearing short shorts and their boobs were out and they were so fake and big and they all look like that. I want to look like that. And I said, why would you want to look like that? Look like you. Why would you want that for yourself? Look like you. Look at what God gave you. And she's like, you don't want that? I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm so sorry you guys had to see me ugly cry. That's horrible. It took me 9 weeks to make this video. It has been in the back of my mind. And this is how I wanted to start it out. This channel will be a little bit more raw, unedited. This is what you're going to get. And I think the worst thing that I can do is not try for myself. I am taking berberine. This is called Nature's Ozempic. I am contemplating about when I see my doctor, talking to her about a GLP1 medication. The worst thing that I've ever had people say to me is like, why are you like that? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, my body is constantly fighting itself and it sucks. I feel like if I'm going to do a GLP1, it is going to be used as a tool more than anything. Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Angie. I'm so glad that you guys are here. This is a brand new channel that I am starting. I don't know why I am so nervous to start this, but I've been talking about doing this for quite some time now and I am finally ready. Some of you guys may know me from my past channel, the Bumblebee Farmhouse, and I love doing home decor on that channel, slow living, homemaking, shopping hauls, all different types of things, showing my puppies, just Christmas, fall, decorating, all year round decorating, gardening, cooking, just baking everything, literally everything. I love doing everything on that channel. So this channel is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be romanticizing life. This is going to be a little bit more raw, real, and unedited. This is going to be me at its fullest. Not to say that no editing will go in here alone, but I am literally just hanging out in my pajamas this morning. It's a little chilly, so I have a cardigan on. And I just want to kind of talk to you guys about what I think is going to happen on this channel. Again, I said this is pretty new and I'm just trying to figure it all out. So if you guys don't follow me on my other channel and kind of know a little bit about me, my name is Angie. I am married. I have 2 adorable fur babies, Archie and Benny. I am, like I said, a homemaker. I do a lot of different things. I am a freelance hairstylist. I have been working behind the chair for a little over 17 years and now I've just kind of retired that because my carpal tunnel is just so bad. But I'm also struggling a lot with my weight, and as you guys can see, I am thicker. I'm plus size, and hold on. Yeah, I'm wearing my really cute PJs, but yeah, I am plus size, and it's caused a lot of issues in my life. And a lot of the factors that contributed to that was having polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. It is an autoimmune disease, and it has literally made my life hell. And I'm trying to kind of heal through some food and a lot of supplements. And I will be seeing a new doctor this coming fall, well, late summer actually, in September. I want to try to maybe get some different answers, see if there's any other options. And I have already started my weight loss journey. Again, this is life, okay? And if you guys have ever tried to lose weight, you will understand that this is life. When you're trying to better yourself, it's not a one and done. You are constantly trying to better yourself through better habits and changes. And I have been applying that to my life for pretty much on and off my whole entire life. But this last spring, I would say, I think I'm about week 9 into my journey, my lifestyle changes. I have made some changes and I've seen a significant difference, not just now, but like throughout the last few years when I have made some changes. So obviously I'm trying to lose weight, and that's why I want to see a different doctor to see if there's any other options to go with my PCOS. But also I'm trying to help myself as much as I can through, changing some of my diet habits, exercise, and supplements. Now I think I said about on week 9, I am using the Healthy app, which is the old, you can do like the old Weight Watchers program on it. That's the one that always worked for me. And that's where you're tracking calories, fat, and fiber. So it is pretty much a calorie deficit the way that I've been eating in a calorie deficit and the way that I've been tracking. And it looks like I have my app here right now. It looks like I started April 26th. I think I'm about 9 weeks in now. And in that 9 weeks, I'm about down like 13.8 or 14 pounds. And I'll just tell you right now, we'll start off with the weeks here on, let me see here. Sorry, I'm looking at my app. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I've been in front of the camera for a few years now, and I'm really, really nervous. April 26th, I weighed in, and then May 3rd was my first week on plan, and I was down 3.8, which is pretty good for my first week on plan. So my first week, May 3rd, I was down 3.8. May 9th, I was down 1.6. May 15th, I was down only 0.2. Now, keep in mind that there's hormones that play in this, my autoimmune disease, and then we had Easter, like Greek Orthodox Easter, our anniversary, just like a bunch, like things going on the weekend. So I was able to incorporate my lifestyle change and still lose weight for the most part. So anyway, yes. So I was down 0.2 on May 15th. On May 23rd, I was down 3.2 the following week. The following week on May 31st, I was down 2.6. No, I'm sorry. I was up 2.6. When I have fluctuations like that, I notice it's like a hormonal week, like my period or PMS. Or maybe I just had a week where I wasn't eating the cleanest, but I'm pretty sure that week was my hormones. June 7th, I was down 1.4. June 13th, I was down 3.4. That was a good week. June 20th, I was down 0.4, and June 27th, I was down 1 pound, which brings me to a total, I think, of 3.8. Let me just see, did I do that correct? 1 second. 14 or 15 pounds in 9 weeks. I'm totally fine with that. It's not a race. This is a lifestyle change. I want this to be lifestyle, and I think calories in, calories out is the most sustainable way for me, I've noticed, to lose weight. I do follow a bunch of other PCOS women on Instagram, and they are also doing a calorie deficit and just changing some of their foods out, which I understand. You know, like watching your carbs, you know, like trying to find balance within everything. So that's pretty much what I've been doing in a calorie deficit. I think I'm down almost 14 pounds, 14 or 15 pounds, which I am totally fine with that. I leave for Greece in about a month. I would love to lose another 4 or 5 pounds just so I don't feel like bloated and whatever, but my goal is to lose weight and get better health. That's the most important. I feel like when you lose weight, your health does start to come back. And I've noticed that when I do lose weight, I just feel so much better physically, not only physically, but also mentally. I am doing the exact same thing that I was doing in 2020. I had lost 50 pounds. So I did put on a little more than half of that back on since then because my dog passed away and I went into extreme depression. My dog was my best friend. He was like, just thinking about him, he was like my child. So I went into, sorry guys, wow, this has been a while since he passed away, but just thinking about him, I went to extreme depression. I stopped working out. I stopped taking my supplements, which I'm going to show you all of my supplements, which I have here with me that I am taking. They have helped so much. And I'm just trying to kind of eat back in that calorie deficit and exercise. I've been working out. Again, I'm trying to make a lifestyle change and add that to my life and incorporate it as much as I can. I would say at least 5 days a week I have been working out, which I'm really, really happy about that. And I'm always trying to up it and challenge myself when I feel like I'm up to it. So being down about 15 pounds, I'm super excited because it is not easy. And if you have an autoimmune disease like PCOS, you will understand how not easy it is to lose weight. Now, I am contemplating about, when I see my doctor, talking to her about a GLP1 medication. I have seen all these women who have what I have, polycystic ovarian syndrome, taking GLP1 medications. They call PCOS kind of like the diabetes of the ovaries, and it just causes insulin resistance, which I do have insulin resistance because of that, and metabolic syndrome. There's just a lot of not fun things that come with PCOS and fertility, just a bunch of things that I've had to deal with in my whole life. And I've tolerated it, but I don't want to tolerate it as much anymore because I'm just like, I want changes. And I think that's normal to want to change and evolve and better yourself. So I'm going to see a doctor on September 9th about, I want to, get a physical. Hopefully my blood work will be okay. Whatever it is, I'll deal with it. And I do want to talk to her about taking a GLP-1 medication. Now, I already called my insurance. They do not cover any GLP-1 medications other than Ozempic. And they said that you have to be type 2 diabetic to get Ozempic. I don't know if I do have type 2 diabetes, but if I don't, I'm hoping I don't. And even if I did, I think I might have reversed it with like the lifestyle change and the exercise. But even if they don't, then I will talk to her about doing compounded GLP-1 medications through a telehealth company if she's not willing to work with me. And I want to let her know what my plans are, regardless if it's going to be something she's going to prescribe to me or not. I will do it through another physician because it is something that I want to try. If she were to prescribe me Ozempic off of not being type 2 diabetic, it's like $1,500 a month, and nobody can afford that. And even the compounded medication, it's still, I think, around $300 to $500 a month, just depending on what you get. But I am willing to try anything at this point because at GLP-1, it produces a hormone that I think women with PCOS are not producing or are kind of off. There's a lot of information out there about PCOS and GLP-1s, and I've seen it help so many women. Oh my gosh, I feel like it could be a miracle possibly. And I think the worst thing that I can do is not try for myself. I think if I just left it and I didn't try for myself, I think that's the worst thing I can do. And if it doesn't agree with me, I take it. It does not agree with me, then I don't have to continue. I can just do my lifestyle changes and try to lose weight and be healthier through that, which I plan on doing regardless. I feel like if I'm going to do a GLP-1, it is going to be used as a tool more than anything. I don't see it as a miracle as to the point where it's going to do everything for me. No, I still have to eat in a calorie deficit. I still have to exercise. I still have to implement these changes in my life every single day so that if I do get off that medication, that I can maintain on my own because I have made these significant changes in my life. But I have seen quite a few women that I follow on Instagram that have what I have, PCOS, and some of it have had it worse than me. One girl, she was like 70 or 80 pounds heavier than I am, and I'm already thick and overweight, but she lost 160 pounds in 1 year. Now, I don't have 160 pounds to lose, but the one other girl that I follow, she lost 100. Another girl lost 75 in a year. And I really do believe that this is a tool that could possibly help me. I do have a few personal friends that are on a GLP-1. One of them, I don't know if you're watching, but you look amazing and you lost 100 pounds, and you have really inspired me because you told me a lot of your hormonal and autoimmune issues have kind of dissipated with that. But you also did change your diet, which I have been doing, and you take your supplements and you're doing good for yourself. So that is what I want to do if I decide to go that route. Now, I might come back from Europe, still be eating in a calorie deficit. There's no doubt about it. I plan on staying on a calorie deficit. I'm gonna have my app with me on my phone, and I will be tracking. I know it doesn't sound fun on vacation, but I will be tracking my food. I will be getting steps in because, oh my gosh, you're in Europe. You're gonna be walking a ton and swimming and sweating because it's gonna be like 100 degrees out. And I'm not gonna focus on too much on it. I do wanna enjoy my trip, but I also want to keep in mind that I am trying to better myself. PCOS has made life hard. And I recorded a clip last year of me getting ready on my other channel. I never put it out because I didn't want to bring people down or like be negative. And I was doing my makeup and talking about how much PCOS has affected my life in a negative way. And I'm gonna play some of that clip here. You guys will see me talking about how my weight has affected me, how people have been rude to me, extremely rude, how I've been looked at differently because of my weight. And I'm not looking for sympathy. This is just things that I have dealt with in my life and struggled with, and I'm going to share it with you here. And then we'll get back into what supplements I'm taking and such, and what my plans are. And let's go ahead and get into that. As far as my weight loss, I'm still at 16 pounds. That hasn't changed. It's really hard for me to lose weight. I have PCOS. It is like, it's not impossible, but it is very, very hard to get some weight off. But I'm still tracking my points, not walking as much, which now it's going to start cooling down. So I told Danny we should start really going together, especially in the evenings. I did want to try something and Danny told me no. And there's a lot of controversy about it. It's the Ozempic. It's a diabetes drug, actually. If you're insulin resistant, which actually I do think I have insulin resistance. I remember the doctor telling me that. But I have a social media friend, and she used to struggle with her weight a lot. Beautiful girl, used to struggle with her weight a lot. So I can totally feel her pain. Anyway, I saw a picture of her on Facebook like a month ago, was it maybe? Or around the 4th of July. So it was maybe over a little month ago. And she looked so slim, and I know she struggled with her weight just like me. And so I sent her a private message. I was like, girl, what is your secret? Like, you look amazing. Like, it literally happened within like a short span from when I saw her last photo. And so she messaged me back and she's like, all right, she's like, it's the Hollywood diet. And I'm like, the Hollywood diet? She's like, yeah, Ozempic. She's like, I have struggled with weight my whole life. It doesn't come off easy, which I can totally relate to her on that. I understand how like not easy that is, how hard it is. And so we were talking about it and she's like, yeah, the Hollywood diet was Ozempic. And I was like, oh yeah, I've heard a lot of things about that. I said, well, so how do you lose weight on it? She goes, it literally shuts off anything in your brain for food. And I was like, really? Because we're Greek and we do all of our, even with like my friends that are not Greek, it doesn't matter. Like, we always get together for a meal. Like, that's how we like, we sit, we hang out, we have a meal together, we share a meal. So like, it's like a social thing, food. And she's like, well, I still eat, but not much. She's like, I take like a couple bites of my food and then that's it. Like, I can't eat anymore. It switched off the switch in my brain that enjoys anything about food. Food almost tastes kind of gross to me because I don't enjoy it. Switched off whatever switch that was that enjoyed any sort of food. So the dopamine effect that she would get from eating, like, oh, like this tastes so good, like she wouldn't get that. She would actually almost be disgusted about food. And she was saying that it was really hard for her to even stomach the food. So I don't know, I was telling Danny about that and I was like, I kind of want to try it. But she lost so much weight, and it's tempting when you hear stories like that and it's like people that you know and they're praising it because for them it fixed their issues with food. And she has, I think she might have an autoimmune disease as well. I don't know if she has PCOS like I do. My metabolism barely works. It's hard. Like, it's really hard for me. Growing up, I ate the same amount of food as my sister, and my sister was a toothpick and I would just gain weight. She could actually double what I ate and she would just stay like a skinny little toothpick. So for me, it is a different issue. It's not just, oh, I like to eat. It's my body doesn't even metabolize it properly as to where a normal person would, and I just don't. So it's very tempting for me to want to do something like that. Everybody wants the quick fix, right? Like, walking for me and just eating better, it's not enough. Danny's like, so what, we're gonna eat and you're just gonna sit there and watch us eat? Like, you're not gonna eat? He's like, what fun of, life is that? But PCOS is a bish. It is horrible. I don't wish anybody to have PCOS. Like, seriously, you don't know if you're gonna get your cycle, which I've started getting my cycle because I've been moving more and I've cut out sugar and I watch my calorie intake. But even when I was younger, I was doing all of that and I couldn't get my cycle. Now I'm starting to get it more often, but you don't know what you're gonna get with it, because when I talked to my doctor about it, she's like, you have to shed your lining at least once every 3 months because that puts you at a higher risk for endometrial cancer. Well, when I was younger, I wasn't getting my cycle and I had gotten really sick. I was actually hemorrhaging and I ended up in the hospital and I ended up having surgery. So it's scary what PCOS can do to a woman's body. I don't wish it on anybody. And I feel like if I could just do that, then I could reverse everything. Like my one friend told me, she doesn't have PCOS, she says, but it pretty much reversed all of her health issues. And it's not that I want to starve myself, but I just wish I didn't have PCOS and like the weight gain and the hormones. It's a horrible hormonal disease, and like my body is constantly fighting itself, and it sucks. I feel like my body doesn't do what I would want it to do or what it should do. Sometimes I don't feel like a complete woman because I have this autoimmune disease. It's a medical thing, and it stinks, and it sucks the life out of you sometimes. And you know, you're naturally just exhausted, and it causes problems with your thyroid and with your cycles, and like, you know, the hair starts to thin. My hair is thinned a little bit, not like crazy. I see some poor women, they like pretty much lose, like they'll go bald, they'll lose all their hair. And you know, I get like a patch of facial hair here and here, and I have to tweeze or wax. And I even have like the IPL light therapy machine that I use, and that's helped, but it just causes all of these BS problems, and I'm so tired. What would it be like to be skinny or to look normal like a lot of other beautiful women, you know? Because this has been a struggle my whole entire life, and I've been criticized for it by people that I know because they don't understand that they don't know that I have an autoimmune disease. So they just think that I'm this way because it was my choice and I did this to myself, but it's not. Oh my God, it's not. And I just want that fix. I feel like I could just, you know, get rid of it. I just don't feel like normal sometimes, or like I fit in because of it. And I've been like scrutinized my entire life, people thinking like why I am the way that I am, that it is my fault and it's my choice. It's like I was born with like this thing that developed in my body, and I just can't get rid of it. There's no cure for it. There's things you can do to help yourself, which I've been doing, but there's no like cure for it. And if you guys can relate, I feel for you. I really do, because it's not just me like, oh, pity me. We're all going through something. We all have a cross to bear in this life. We've all been through stuff. A lot of people have autoimmune diseases, you know, like just happens to a lot of people. I feel like everybody's got something, but this one, I feel like it robbed me of the one thing that I am as a woman. Like it just robbed me of a lot of things. I just feel like I would look different and feel different if I didn't have this disease, you know? And so it's like my sister doesn't have it. Why me and not her? Not that I want her to have it, but you know, she's never had to deal with this. So, and I just feel like it's just a stress that I've had to deal with my entire being, my entire existence. And the worst thing that I've ever had people say to me is like, why are you like that? Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say to that? So if you guys are still watching, thank you for still hanging out with me and sticking around. That's me with PCOS. It pretty much sums it up. It's just something that I've dealt with. It's been hard my whole entire life. It just causes like a lot of things, and it causes me to feel like less of a woman because of what it's done to my life. And I cannot stand it, but I have to tolerate it because I love myself. Like, I feel like if you truly love yourself, you're gonna try to better yourself. I want what's best for me, my health. I want to be around for a long time, and I just love myself. Like, and I just want to enhance all the good things about me. Mental health, clarity, everything. I think it all goes hand in hand and it falls together right now. And first thing I'm taking is spearmint. You can also brew spearmint tea. I follow a couple of PCOS nutritionists on Instagram, and I've actually talked to a few of them on chat. And these are the things that they have recommended, and they have changed me, you know, for the better. And so the spearmint, you can also brew the spearmint tea. I take it in capsule form because it does have a strong flavor, but this helps the sloth of the hair growth. So like I've noticed, like when you have PCOS, like some women have like a full beard. I get some chin hair, but this is supposed to slow that down. So I just started taking this literally just now. So we'll see how this works for me. You can also do spearmint oil on your face. Another thing that I've been taking is ashwagandha. It says it supports a healthy response to everyday stress, overwork, and fatigue. So when you have PCOS, you are extremely fatigued every day. It does not matter. You are just tired. And so this is supposed to also, I believe, help with your cortisol levels, because if you have PCOS, the chances are that you have high cortisol, and high cortisol and your androgens, they cause weight gain in through here, which is where I carry my weight, my midsection, my arms, my back. It's not really like my ass or my legs. It's like all in through here. So I noticed like that's a problem area for me. I also talked to my friend Johnny, who is a OBGYN. He's one of my really good friends. He'll be coming to Greece with us. I'm so excited. I love that guy. But anyway, I kind of brought up a GLP1 medication to him as well. And he told me it would work best for my body type, for my PCOS, because it is a hormonal weight gain that I have. This is exactly his words that he told me. And he goes, I have high androgens. It's androgenic weight gain, which is like top or upper body weight gain. And that's what the GLP1 medication helps with the most, he said. So I would be a really good candidate for it. Either way, I'm really excited to try something new for myself while I'm helping myself in every other way that I possibly can. All right, next, this helped me so much. All these supplements helped me so much except for the spearmint, because that's pretty new. When I lost 50 pounds a few years ago, I am taking berberine. This is called Nature's Ozempic. This actually does help my sugar cravings. It's made with silane cinnamon. This is the 1200 milligrams per serving. I have done a higher dose, but I'm going to slowly bring up my dose. I'm also going to bring this up to a doctor. Can I take this with the GLP-1 medication? I have noticed some women with PCOS do, so I want to see. This actually really does help with my sugar cravings. I don't eat sugar as much as I used to. It's not that I never do, but I definitely have cut down on it so much. And then I also take Ovasitol. This is a powder. They also have like little packets. I've also had it in a pill form. And I'm going to tell you what all of this has done for me other than reduce my sugar cravings, because there's a lot of non-scale victories happening here, you guys. You will be surprised. But anyway, this is supposed to be really good for your ovaries. I'm not trying to have a baby right now, but it is supposed to help with your insulin resistance. And so is this. And I think this is what kind of helps stop the sugar cravings when your insulin resistance is getting kind of balanced. It's kind of like a blood sugar balance, if I'm correct. Now this is kind of expensive. This was $85. This was like maybe $30. This was like $20. So supplements are expensive. And this was like $25. And then the last thing I have, there are studies that shown that women who have PCOS also have a vitamin D deficiency, which I have when I had gotten my blood work done. So I do take a few of these a week. Vitamin D3, this is the 10,000 I use. Sometimes I will take magnesium to also help me sleep. And I did read, there were some studies that magnesium helps PCOS overall as well. So let me tell you about some of the non-scale victories that I have had losing some weight and just getting into better habits. One is the habits. Like I'm so used to now eating a calorie deficit. I can eat whatever I want, but I want to make sure that my portions are small and balanced, and that if I do want to have a big meal, I'm saving most of my calories in the day for that. I have not really done intermittent fasting this time around, although I do try not to eat past 6 or 7 p.m. if I can help it. Going to Europe, that will be completely different, because that'll be more of people eat dinner at like 11 p.m. in Europe. So yeah, that's what that'll be. My other thing that I have had that's a non-scale victory is I have gotten into a habit of exercising more. Now, I've done this in the past, and then things in life happen and I've let it go. So I'm trying not to be too hard on myself to say I have to exercise every single. I'm trying to make it more like, okay, I'm going to do my workouts 3 to 4 days a week. And then if there's other days where we're like out doing stuff, I want to make sure that it's my steps. So right now I've been loving it. It's from, okay, I bought the MetaQuest virtual reality goggles, and I bought a game. It's a monthly subscription. It's not a game. It's actually like a workout training thing. And it's called Supernatural. And I have really gotten into the boxing. I'm learning about like your stances. So I know orthodox stance. I know, like, you know, how to give a hook now. They show you, like, you know, they train you on how to do it. And so like you have these things coming at you, and you know when to give a hook, an uppercut. If you're just going to, you know, give a punch, you're doing a lot of, you know, squatting. They're telling you about your stances. And now I've advanced just very little into doing some kicks as well, but I've really enjoyed the boxing. It's actually really, really fun. It's very engaging. But if there's days that I don't do that, then like yesterday, I did not do the boxing because we were out all day and it was cool. And so I just decided to go for a little power walk around our subdivision, and I got like 4,000 steps in just last night alone. To add to my day. So I'm trying to incorporate movement and workouts as much as I can. If I feel like adding a boxing workout to my day, I'll do it, but I'm not like trying to overwhelm myself and just do like everything at once. There's going to be days where are not going to be good. I understand that now. Like I can't be perfect. And I've had weeks where I was like, how come the scale is up? I worked out, I boxed 5 days a week this week. And when I box, you guys, when I'm doing my boxing workout, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm covered in sweat. If that's something that you want to see, I look ridiculous because Danny recorded me once. Like I'm wearing these goggles and I have these hand things on, and I'm, you know, like boom, 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 boom. I can record a little bit of that and just kind of show you guys what that's like if you're interested. Because if you guys end up getting the goggles, I can even give you a 30-day free subscription through my account. But I've really been enjoying that workout. You know, you can listen to rap, you can listen to classical rock while you're working out. It's just very engaging. They have coaches in your ear talking to you and you can choose like mean coaches, you can choose motivating. So I choose the motivating. They're amazing. I love listening to them while I work out. They really do motivate you. So it is worth the $11 or $12 a month that I'm paying. I have slowly started getting into weights. I really don't know too much about weights, but I follow a YouTube account called Mad Fit. She's got like over 1 million subscribers, and she does a lot of weights, and not like heavy weights. I don't want to bulk up. I just want to burn a little bit. So I have 5-pound dumbbells, and I'll do, you know, like, I look so stupid, but anyway, I'll do some weights a few days a week. I should probably do that more. But I've just been excited because it's been so hard for me to get into like eating better, balanced supplements and working out, and just really focusing on myself. And I've really taken the time to do that the last few months, and I just wanted to trickle on into life. And like I said, we all go through times where we fall down. It's just so hard to get back up. I'm just doing everything that I was doing right before my dog passed away. I was like, that's when things got better for me physically. Another non-scale victory, other than just getting into the habits, is I was able to get my cycle back every single month. This has never happened. I mean, since I was a kid, I got my period. I wouldn't get it every month. My period would come whenever it felt like it. Once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year. And it was always so aggravating because even the doctors tried putting me on medication. They put me on birth control. And when I tried having a baby, I got off of that, and I couldn't even ovulate with the progesterone that they were giving me. And it was just like, there's just like a lot of stuff to it. And the supplements have helped. The eating in a calorie deficit have helped. But I would say these 2 supplements helped the most for getting my cycle. And this last 8 or 9 months, I have gotten my period every single month on time. Now, to some, people are going to be like, big deal. But if you have PCOS or an autoimmune disease where it causes you not to get a period, it's very aggravating. And I've done Weight Watchers when I was younger, and I've lost 50 pounds, and my period still wouldn't come. So I don't know what it is. Is it the supplements this time? Because I used to work out and exercise and get some weight off, and still, like, I couldn't get my cycle. And now all of a sudden, boom, my cycle is coming every single month. I really wish it would have done this when I was younger, when I was trying to have a baby, but that's life. Like, I can't control the past or what happened. But I'm just glad that I'm getting it now, because I remember my doctor told me if you're not getting your cycle, you are putting yourself at a higher risk for endometrial cancers. I also cut out a lot of the fake vegan stuff that I was eating before, because my breast surgeon told me that you want to not eat a lot of things with added soy. He goes, now granted, yes, soy isn't a lot of things, but try not to drink soy milk. Try not to eat the fake soy meat if you can avoid it. So I was eating that like 2 times a week. I have completely stopped. Maybe I'll have it like like once every 3 or 4 months, but in this grand scheme of things, I've stopped eating a lot of those things. So health has really been a priority to me. And just looking at me, you may not see it because I am heavy, but I do love myself. I do see potential in me. And I always get like so emotional thinking about that, because for some people, it just comes naturally to them. They don't have to lose weight. They don't have to exercise. They're just lean. You know, they get their period every month. Their body just works perfectly for them, and that's amazing, but mine does not. So I am going to inquire about GLP-1s. I'm helping myself as much as I can, and I might decide that a GLP-1 medication is not for me once I get more educated on it. But I have been doing some crazy research, and I am desperate to get it, even if it's compounded. I really do think it will make a difference in my life, and that's what I really, 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 really want this year. I really want a difference in my life. But it's really hard changing your habits, and it's really hard when your body is fighting you. But I'm so excited that I've been doing this for myself. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so excited to make changes in my life, and I think I've driven my husband Danny nuts, because it's like all I talk about. It's not about getting skinny, it's about getting healthy and finding balance. I've actually been following another person on Instagram. I haven't talked to him personally, like I've commented on his post, but he's a physical trainer. He's actually a personal trainer, but he's really expensive. I can't afford him, but I do love listening to him because he has given so much good information, and he's transformed a lot of people's lives. His name is James Coppola. He's in New York. Him and his wife, they're both physical trainers, personal trainers. And I think that they have done a lot of good for a lot of people. I love listening to him, and he's so realistic, you guys. Look him up on Instagram. His name is James Coppola. He's like, if you want the cookie, have the damn cookie, but just find balance in the rest of your day. You know, like if you don't work out every day, try to make it a schedule where you work out a certain amount of days a week and then kind of go from there. If you get bloated after eating on a weekend or on vacation, don't just give up because of that. Keep working towards it, because he does the same thing. Like, he's a trainer. You know, he has his weekends where he goes out and he eats. He's a bodybuilder too. I just love listening to him. He's very, very motivating. And he's actually made an impact. He doesn't really know me personally. Like, I've commented on some of his stuff, but I just love listening to him, and he's just so right about a lot of things. Someone said to him like, oh, I worked really hard for 3 months and I've only lost 10 pounds. I'm ready to give up. And he's like, so are you working for the number on the scale, or are you working for your health? He's like, I'm sure you working hard the last 3 months, I'm sure some inches have come off. I'm sure that you have established really good habits for yourself. So are you just going to throw it away in that time frame because the scale didn't, give you what you wanted? Or are you going to keep going? And he's right. Like, yes, you want to see the scale go down. I want to see the scale go down. I want to feel and look more beautiful. I want to enhance myself. I want to have really good health. I'm getting older. And I think all of that comes with just like the good habits. And he just made a point, like, just because the scale is not giving you what you want, you're still changing your habits for the better. And the scale won't give you what you want every week, because you're going to have fluctuations. You're going to have bloating. There's going to be a week where you ate more, than you had planned if you go on a cruise or on a vacation or, whatever it is. He's like, but the point is not just to give up on yourself because of the number on the scale. And he's so, so right. God, I'm so sorry you guys had to see me ugly cry. That's horrible. But the point is like, he's so right about a lot of those things. And I thought about that, and I'm like, okay, I think like 9 weeks in, and some people are like, you should be losing 4 to 5 pounds a week. Well, that's like impossible. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, unless I'm like starving myself and eating lettuce, it's just not going to happen. And that's not sustainable for me in the long run. And you have to think about what's sustainable for you in the long run. And he makes a point about that. So when the person said, what do you think about the scale? He made like this skit on Instagram where he took the scale in his basement and then he took a sledgehammer and he started beating his scale up. It was so funny, but yeah, like you have to think about all the non-scale victories and what you're doing for yourself. Like maybe my blood work will improve. Maybe it'll be poor. I don't know. But the point is I'm working hard to better myself, not just the number on the scale. And like obviously I want to be feeling more normal, like all the other girls like that are, you know, smaller. And it's played a lot of mental destruction on me, but I do feel so good about what I'm doing right now, like really positive. I can go out to eat and order very, you know, like yesterday me and Danny went out to lunch. We met up with somebody for coffee, went out for lunch afterwards, ran some errands. I ordered a Greek chicken wrap. It was extremely lean. There wasn't much in it other than lettuce, vegetables, chicken, and very little vinaigrette. And then we split a regular fry. So I had a few of those and I was fine. And then like later in the evening, we split a small cup, like 1 scoop of ice cream. And I had, you know, half of that and I was fine. I've made it into a lifestyle so I don't have to have everything all at once. I can have it. I just have to spread it out and make wise and good decisions. So that's my thing. I don't know if that's going to be the only thing on this channel. Like I said, it's going to be kind of unedited and raw, like how you see me ugly cry right now. I know, sorry guys, but this is me. This is me. I know my other channel, it's kind of romanticized. It's slow living, romanticizing life. But this is how I really, really am. And if you guys know me personally, which some of you guys do, I've had the privilege of meeting some of you guys. This is all me. And I love me and I want to make a better me. I've never been upset about who I am. And this is why I'm doing this, because I love me. I don't hate me. I love me. And it's crazy because I had a conversation with somebody very close to me this week, very, very close to me. And I'm not going to say your name just in case you're watching. I love you, by the way. So don't think anything bad of this. But you said to me, I saw all these women at the Greek church picnic and they were so beautiful. And I said, so you're beautiful too. That's okay that they're beautiful. There's room for everybody that's beautiful in this world. But then you said they all had fake boobs and Botox and lip fillers and lash extensions and hair extensions and fake nails. And you can tell that they had some sort of a surgery on their ass and they were wearing short shorts and their boobs were out and they were so fake and big and they all look like that. I want to look like that. And I said, why would you want to look like that? Look like you. Why would you want that for yourself? Look like you. Look at what God gave you. And she's like, you don't want that? I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm actually very happy with who I am. I'm very sure of who I am. I'm very happy with who I am. I do have confidence. I'm hanging out with you guys, drinking coffee in my PJs, no makeup, and I don't care. I said, I love what God gave me. And I don't think that there's any shame in that. Like, I love what he gave me. I just want to enhance it. I want to make it better. I don't want fake boobs. I don't want a fake butt. I don't want a ton of injections in my face. That might change when I get older. I don't see that, but I just want to lose some weight and be healthier. I look in the mirror and I'm very happy with what I see. And Danny thinks like I'm conceited sometimes. It's not that. I appreciate what I have and I love it. And I told this person that you should too. You're a beautiful girl and you want to feel better about yourself. Go work out, color your hair, put a little makeup on if you want. Get a new outfit, whatever it is. Make yourself feel really, really good about yourself. Love yourself. Because God only gave you one of you. You can buy all the other stuff. Those are all self-bought. Whatever those other women have, it's self-bought. And that's what they want to do to make themselves happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't feel bad about how everybody else looks the same and you don't look like that. Be you. Someone told me once that I look like a beautiful gypsy. I'll take that. I'm fine with that. I like how I look. I'm not in any way ashamed or wanted, change my face. I just want better for me. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. So that's the portion of this video. I might do some vlogging on this channel. Maybe some vacation. I'll also put those vlogs probably on my other channel too. But if you guys are coming from my other channel, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, for being here this long. I know this is a long video. It's an introduction. It's what I'm doing. I do plan on checking in for my weight. I don't know if it'll be every week. It might be every week. It might not be every week. It could be once a month. I don't know. I don't know what the route of this channel is going to be, But I think seeing progress would be really, really good. Good progress or not so good progress, to know what I was doing wrong, or not wrong, but just like why it wasn't working. Or maybe the scale didn't go down that week, but like I said, non-scale victories, working out, you know, maybe lifting weights a little bit more. I want so much better for me. And a lot of people have inspired me on this platform to do better for me. And a lot of my personal friends have too. A couple of my good friends, they work out all the time. And I'm like, I see that and I hear that and I'm like, wow, like I want that. I don't want to be bulky and muscle, but you know, I want to be healthy and I want to be strong. And of course I want to be beautiful. Those are all things I think that everybody wants. So, we'll see what else I post on here. I'll be going to Greece. Maybe I'll put some stuff from Greece on here, and my other channel. I might put like the same vlogs if I don't catch some of you guys on my other channel, if you're just here for this. But I will link my other channel, the Bumblebee Farmhouse. We'll see what the direction of this channel goes. I'm hoping to keep up with it. It's kind of hard to have two because my other one takes up a lot of time. But just live life, love life, be healthy. Health is the most important. If you don't have health, you really don't have anything. Obviously, God and love, super, super. God goes above anything, I think. But health, love, friendships, life, that's me. And it's this channel will be a little bit more raw, unedited. This is what you're gonna get. And like I said, if you know me personally, this is who I am. And I love life, and I want to be here around for it. I want to be around for it. And I want to savor it all and enjoy it. And I plan on doing that, but I plan on bettering myself. And I think a lot of this channel will be towards that. I'm really hoping that that's what this is going to be. And I hope that I have good news in September, where either I'm going to get a compounded GLP-1 or one approved by the FDA from my doctor. If not, I will tell her I am planning on doing a telehealth doctor. If she won't work with a compounded pharmacy, I still want to be under her care. I will tell her that I am going to go with a compounded pharmacy, because I know people who have personally done that. They order their GLP-1s. They've had telehealth doctors with telehealth visits with weight loss doctors on there. They're going to ask me for my labs, which I'm going to go get in September. And, you know, I'll probably see my primary care here more than once a year for a checkup. I'll probably go in for a checkup 2 to 3 times a year. If I'm losing weight on a GLP-1, I'll probably want to track my blood also, but I also want to get my blood work done beforehand to know if my body is okay to go on a GLP-1 medication. I am looking to make major life changes, better me, a healthier me. And I hope I can inspire some of you guys. I have had a lot of good things happen, non-scale victories, and I'm really, really excited about that. And I just can't wait to share. I'm really hoping that, you know, this can really stick, and I am motivated, and this doesn't feel like a chore anymore. This feels like part of my life, and I love that. Because in the beginning, when you're trying to make those changes and work out and eat better and more balanced, it feels like a chore. And right now it doesn't. It feels like I'm like, what, 9-10 weeks into it now? It's starting to really feel like my life, and I love that. I love that, because it's really hard to get to that point. I've done it a few times before in my life, and I feel like I'm there. And it's not easy, but the biggest challenge we'll see when I'm on vacation. I do plan on tracking. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, check me out, the Bumblebee Farmhouse, also my YouTube channel, because I will be doing, I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 lives while I'm in Greece on that channel, that platform. And then also probably I'll be doing lots of stories and reels on my Instagram. There's going to be a lot of adventures and beauty and all that stuff. So I'll probably do some beauty on this channel as well. Just like a mixture of everything, but it's just me, just Angie, raw, here I am. I'm not going to romanticize my life. This is just life, and it's a good life. It's a good life, but I just want to enhance it and make it better. So if you guys hung out all the way till the end, I want to thank you so much. I plan on seeing you here weekly, every week, once a month. I don't know, but hit that notification bell, subscribe. I would really love to have you guys around. Also check out my other channel. I can link that down below in the description box. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful week and a wonderful day. And I can't wait to get this video up. It took me a long time to film this. I've been thinking about filming this video for 9 weeks, but I felt like if I did it in the beginning and I failed, then I would be a failure. And I waited and waited and waited and contemplated and thought about it. And here I am. It took me 9 weeks to make this video. It has been in the back of my mind, and this is how I wanted to start it out. So here's my adventure, and I hope you guys follow me, and I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.